Again, this is another sign of the times, an analysis, and a commentary. Donald Trump, treasonous traitor. So then, put aside whatever suspicions you may have about whether Donald Trump will be directly implicated in the Russia investigation. Donald Trump is right now before our eyes and those of the world committing an unbelievable and unforgivable crime against this country. It is his failure to defend. The U.S. intelligence community long ago concluded that Russia attacked our election in 2016 with the express intention of damaging Hillary Clinton and assisting Donald Trump. And it was not only the spreading of inflammatory fake news over social media. As a May report from the Republican-run Senate Intelligence Committee pointed out, in 2016, cyber actors affiliated with the Russian government conducted an unprecedented, coordinated cyber campaign against state election infrastructure. Russian actors scanned databases for vulnerabilities, attempted intrusions, and in a small number of cases successfully penetrated a voter registration database. This activity was part of a larger campaign to prepare to undermine confidence in the voting process. And this is not simply a thing that happened once. This is a thing that is still happening and will continue to happen. As Director of National Intelligence, Dan Coates told the committee in February, persistent and disruptive cyber operations will continue against the United States and our European allies, using elections as opportunities to undermine democracy. As he put it, frankly, the United States is under attack. The Robert Mueller investigation is looking into this, trying to figure out what exactly happened in 2016, who all was involved, which laws were broken, and who will be charged and tried. That investigation seems to be incredibly fruitful. According to Vox's tally, Special Counsel Robert Mueller's team has either indicted or gotten guilty pleas from 32 people and 3 companies that we know of. That group is composed of 4 former Trump advisors, 26 Russian nationals, 3 Russian companies, 1 California man, and 1 London-based lawyer. 5 of these people, including 3 former Trump aides, have already pleaded guilty. 12 of those indictments came with a disturbingly detailed account of what the Russians did, from cyber attacks to gain access to Democratic operatives, to money laundering, to attempts to break into state elections boards. The indictment details a vigorous and complex effort by Russia's top military intelligence service to sabotage the campaign of Mr. Trump's Democratic rival, Hillary Clinton. So then, in 2016, Russia, a hostile foreign adversary, attacked the United States of America. We know that they did it. We have proof. The FBI is trying to hold people accountable for it. And yet, Donald Trump, the president whom the Constitution establishes as the commander-in-chief, has repeatedly waffled on whether Russia conducted the attack and has refused to forcibly rebuke them for it, let alone punish them for it. Why? Because Trump likes dictators. And he used to be one. Or he might as well have been. And what does Trump say? You know, President Putin is KGB and this and that. You know what? Putin's fine. He's fine. We're all fine. We're people. Actually, none of this is fine. None of it. Trump should be directing all resources at his disposal to punish Russia for the attacks and prevent future ones, but he is not. America's commander wants to be chummy with the enemy who committed the crime. Trump is more concerned with protecting his presidency and validating his election than he is in protecting this country. This is an incredible, unprecedented moment. America is being betrayed by its own president. America is under attack, and its president absolutely refuses to defend it. Simply put, Donald Trump is a traitor and may well be treasonous. But again, Donald Trump likes dictators and dictatorships because he used to be one, or he might as well have been. In other words, we are seeing a U.S. president put Russia first, not America first. On each key question, how much Russian agents were involved in trying to tip our elections, how that issue should be further investigated, and Putin's behavior on the world stage generally, like his government's involvement in the downing of the Malaysian airliner over Ukraine, the murder of Russian journalists, and the poisoning of a former Russian spy in the UK. Trump embraced Putin's explanations and excuses over the judgments of his own spy agencies, Justice Department, European allies, and bedrock American values. This is what Arnold Schwarzenegger said to Trump. "You're the President of the United States. You shouldn't do that. What's the matter with you? What's the matter with you?" We don't know the definitive answer to that question, but we know that it will be an increasing problem of the Trump presidency. This, too, is another sign of the end of times as we know them, transition days, which is a time of extraordinary events, happenings, and changes, because it's still about what kind of world are we leaving to the future generations, and that should be a very important question to ask. Daniel 11:32. He shall seduce with flattery those who violate the covenant, but the people who know their God shall stand firm and take action. And the wise among the people shall make many understand, though for some days they shall stumble. They shall receive a little help, and many shall join themselves to them with flattery. And some of the wise shall stumble, so that they may be refined, purified, and made white until the time of the end, for it still awaits the appointed time. And the king or leader shall do as he wills. He shall exalt himself and magnify himself above every god, and shall speak astonishing things against the God of gods. He shall prosper until the indignation is accomplished. For what is decreed shall be done. He shall pay no attention to the gods of his fathers, or to the one beloved by women. He shall not pay attention to any other god, for he shall magnify himself above all. He shall honor the God of fortresses instead of these. A God whom his fathers did not know he shall honor with gold and silver, money, and with precious stones and costly gifts. He shall deal with the strongest fortresses with the help of a foreign god. Those who acknowledge him he shall load with honor. He shall make them rulers over many, and shall divide the land as a payment. Revelation 16, verse 12. The sixth angel poured out his bowl on the great river Euphrates, and its water was dried up, to prepare the way for the kings and leaders from the east. And I saw, coming out of the mouth of the dragon, out of the mouth of the beast, out of the mouth of the false prophet, 3 unclean spirits like frogs, for they are demonic spirits performing signs, who go abroad to the kings and leaders of the whole world to assemble them for battle on the great day of God the Almighty. Behold, I am coming like a thief. Blessed is the one who stays awake, keeping his garments on, that he may not go about naked and be seen exposed. And they assembled them at the place that in Hebrew is called Armageddon. Again, it's time for prophecy to be fulfilled. And all these are more signs